How many times have I tried to tell this story? Like 3 times now? What's good, you guys? It's your boy DMOC back with another video. You look good and you look great. If you're new to this channel, you've never seen my face before, my name's DMOC. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. You gotta join DMOC's blog. Make sure y'all smash the like button if you like this video, of course. Comment down below, tell me what y'all thought, and turn on the bell button notification so you know when I post my next video. It's easy steps. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. By the title of this video, y'all probably already like, oh my gosh, he had COVID? Does he have COVID? I was just with him. Like, now do I gotta get tested? Nah, relax, relax. Okay. I know the title's a little bit intimidating. I had COVID. I don't have COVID. I had COVID. So I'm speaking from the past. This was a few months ago. I was positive for coronavirus. It's been like 2 months now. This video is basically going through my timeline, my symptoms, how I dealt with coronavirus, you know, stuff I took, stuff I did, the way it affected me coming out of quarantine, the way it affected me during quarantine, you know, just stuff like that. I'm just gonna go through kind of the process. Now, I'm not good at storytelling, and also it has been 2 months, so it is kind of hard to I'm trying to refresh my memory a little bit, because you know, time's flying. It's already been 2 months now. Just kind of bear with me as I kind of pull on my phone out. I'm trying to, you know, take you through the process, exactly when it happened, you know, when I was good, all that stuff. Before I get into this video, I do want to give a quick shout out, a brand that has reached out to me, and the owner of this brand is my brother's pretty close friend. We went to the same high school. Mitchell Fuori is the brand. I will put the Instagram right here. Make sure you guys go follow them. Make sure you guys read a little bit about them. They got t-shirts, sweatshirts. I'm pretty sure they got bottoms. Right now I got on their t-shirt. They got Fuori on the back, and they got a little box logo on the front. So that's pretty dope. The hearts on it, I thought that was really cool. So it's good material t-shirt, definitely feels like good quality. I mean, I definitely support this brand. So shout out to Mitchell Fuori. I appreciate the support to my channel. I appreciate the love, and I'm definitely rocking the t-shirts. So that's lit. Let's get into the main part of this video. I want to go through my timeline, symptoms, all of that, and when it started, when I started to get better, etc., etc. It's coming up on 2 months. It's not exact. I don't think it's exactly 2 months, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So January the 4th, Monday. Now, at this time, before I had even started YouTube, I was doing full-time delivery driver. I'm working, and I'm still employed actually with them. I'm just doing part-time right now. I was full-time employed at DHL Express. I don't know if you guys have heard of them or have got packages from them. I'm sure some of y'all have, some of y'all are familiar, some of y'all not. They're an international shipping company, and I work there as a delivery driver. So it all started when I was on the job. This week, first week of January. So Monday the 4th, I wake up middle of the night, 1 or 2 a.m. and I wake up and I get this headache, this really bad, like pulsing headache. And it feels almost like it was a migraine type. Like I can tell, I've had a history of headaches, migraines or just regular headaches, and this felt like a migraine. And I took some ibuprofen, like 3 or 4 of them. Boom, took those, went back to sleep. And I woke up in the morning, I was perfectly good. Went to work Monday, everything was fine. Did my normal stuff, came back to the station, went home. I'm good. Monday night, and then I go to bed. Tuesday the 5th, I wake up and it's the same thing. Same thing, but I'm a little nauseous. The Monday night, I wasn't that nauseous. I just had a headache. Tuesday, middle of the night, I woke up with a headache and I was a little bit nauseous. So this was a little different. I was like, okay, this kind of feels more like a migraine. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna do the same thing, take some ibuprofen, or drink some water, and go back to sleep. Hopefully I wake up in the morning, same thing, I'm good. I wake up in the morning, I'm great, good money. I'm great money. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. We're gonna go to work. I'm good. It was just another headache. But what's up with these headaches? Like, why did I just get 2 headaches in the middle of the night, 2 days in a row? I was like, that's weird. Okay, so I go to work and I'm good. Actually, that day was Tuesday was better than Monday. I felt great. I had like 60 deliveries, and I did all those, doing good throughout my shift, right? Delivering the package. Jennifer, how you doing? DHL Express, have a go on. Yeah, okay. Back to the van. More, I'm busting through all my deliveries. Like, my deliveries are going good. So good to the point where I was just like I was just starting to dance a little bit on my break now. On my break. I wasn't just wild and like just dancing, you know, on the, no. I had some downtime. We're gonna take my lunch, we're gonna take a few breaks. I can combine my breaks. And you know, I'm gonna post up my phone and be a little goofy right now. I have the whole van to myself sometimes, so I'm dancing, you know, I'm dancing in the van a little bit. And I'm gonna actually put it right here, the video, because I did get it on Snapchat, so I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know if it's gonna be playing while I'm talking still, but this is it right here. Or if it's just gonna take away the whole screen and you guys watch it, and then we'll come back to this. But dancing, y'all see it, so I'm getting it. Okay, you saw the slip, I fell a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I fell a little bit, got back up, you know, I'm dancing still, I'm good. But bottom line is that I'm feeling great. Today was good. So Tuesday, the 5th was good. Come back, and I'm starting to drop. I finished my shift. Last dropped at the house wherever I went, and I'm coming home back to Seattle. I'm going back to the station. I'm driving a van. I drive like one hand right here. I'm driving, or I'm like down low, like I'm just kicking back. I'm driving low with my one hand. I'm never right here. Never right here. I'm not a two-hand driver. Can't do two-hand driver. I'm driving back home, and I'm getting close to the station. I'm like my back is sore. Like my legs is sore, my back is sore. Like, I don't know if it's from me dancing when I slip, but I don't think it is, because I don't get sore in a short period amount of time. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I was just like, okay, my body is sore. It's weird. And I started getting tired. Like, my eyes started getting heavy. Like, the road started, like, I started getting tunnel vision. I started getting a headache coming on. Like, all these things started coming on. I'm like, whoa. Okay, like something's off. Something is off. Did I have a little too much fun? What is going on? So I'm right here because I'm like, I am tired, I'm fatigued, my body's hurting. What is going on? I have a headache, like I'm getting tunnel vision. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with DMOC? Like, what's wrong? Luckily that started hitting like somewhat close to the station. So I pull into the station, park my van, do my normal stuff. We gotta do our outbound, a little bit of this and that. And I tell my homie that's working with me, I'm like, bro, like I feel like something's coming on right now. Like, I don't feel good. Like, I feel like I'm getting sick. And he's all over here like, coronavirus. Not out loud, but he's just, between me and him, he's just joking and stuff. I'm like, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. I think I'm just getting sick. There's no way I got that, because, you know, I don't put myself around anyone else besides y'all. Like, my exposure is work. I would say my exposure is just work. And I'm like, I gotta go home. Now I'm dreading driving home because I don't want to drive anymore. Like, I had 20 minutes back home. I'm like, who knows if there's an accident? Who knows if there's traffic? Like, I'm dreading it. I gotta go home now before it gets like, I don't know what's going on. I just need some sleep, something. I get home, come home, I eat a little bit, and I go straight up to my room. I take some ibuprofen because I got the headache still going on. My body's hurting. I just lay down. I'm just like, what is going on? I feel like I just played a football game. I feel like I just played a high school football game. I feel like I just went back and played a high school football game. Like, what is going on? You know, I told my parents, I was like, yeah, I just feel like weird. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what. Like, I don't know, but I just feel I'm really tired. I'm just gonna try to get some sleep. So I go to sleep, y'all. I go to sleep and I get some rest, and I wake up in the middle of the night again. And this is the 6th. This is the 6th. I wake up on Wednesday morning, early morning, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., middle of the night, right? I wake up and I got a headache, I'm nauseous, my body hurts, and now I got the cold sweats. So I'm tossing and turning in the bed, I'm sweating. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting sick, because now why am I sweating in bed? This is not right. It's not right. So I'm like, oh my, rolling over. You know what I'm like, shirt comes off, bottoms cut, everything's off. Boom! Butt naked. I know it's a little too much. I know it's a little too much information. I'm trying to do everything. Like, what is going on? What's going on? So I get up out of my bed, go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom now. And I'm like, now I'm freezing. Now I'm like, okay, I'm cold. I'm just trying to go to the bathroom, sprint back to my bed. So I go out, left, back into my bed. You know, I'm back into the bed. And Get back in the bed and I'm immediately hot again. So I'm like, what? Like, do I have a temperature right now? So I get this little I don't have it right now, but it'd kind of be nice to have it. But this little click temperature thing. I go get it. It was in the bathroom. I get it and I put it to my forehead and my temperature is like 99.8, 99 point, something like that if I remember. Middle of the night, I did that. I'm like, okay, my temperature is a little elevated. So I'm like, yo, I at least need to get through the night. I need to go to sleep. So I always keep some NyQuil in my room just because when I get sick, that's my go-to to like go to sleep if I'm struggling to go to sleep. So I took some of that. 3 shots. 3 shots. Took that, not 6, 3. I don't know why I did that again, but 3 shots. 3 shots, knocked out, go back to sleep. Thankfully, I went back to bed and it was good. I woke up in the morning, same thing. I'm hot, I got the body aches, I got the headache, and I'm nauseous. And I'm like, yo, I'm calling out of work, so I'm not coming into work, y'all. I texted him real early in the morning, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So I got the day off now, like I don't feel good. I go straight from my bed from when I texted them in the morning. I was like, I need to go get checked out right now, 7 a.m., right when they open. I need to go get tested. Because if possibly I have what I'm hoping, God forbid, I don't have, I need to jump on it right now because I live with my parents. I need to jump on it right now. So I go to the urgent care, 7 a.m., get tested, and I come back. I didn't even tell my parents where I was going. I just boom, just straight out the house. I already started once I left my room, put the mask on, left the house, went to go get tested. Got tested, came back, and I texted them and I was like, you guys, I went to go get tested for coronavirus. I'm praying it's not what I have, but I just want to make sure because I don't feel good. I had the cold sweats last night. I've been having these oncoming headaches, stuff like that. And we're just gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to see. That whole day on the 6th, I'm home. I'm already starting taking water, electrolyte, and I'll put this electrolyte that I actually get. It's like kind of like an off-brand, like Pedialyte, and I get it from 7-Eleven. So I was putting those down, a whole bunch of water, taking vitamins already. Obviously, I'm taking the little emergency packs. I'm sure you guys know, very familiar with those. I was taking those, drinking hot tea. Mind you, my appetite was fine for about a week. The first week of my quarantine, my appetite was good. Like I never felt like I couldn't eat or I wasn't hungry. I was good. So I was eating good, and the whole day was just kind of stressful though, because when I get sick and especially when it comes to possibly with this virus, the what ifs start happening. The what ifs, anxiety, the stress, that started snowballing. So I was like, the first couple days was stressful, and the first day of like not having a test back was the worst. And so anyways, I get through the day, go to sleep, NyQuil again. Mind you, every single night throughout my quarantine, I'm taking NyQuil. Except for like maybe the last couple days when I started to get better. So I took the NyQuil, same type of thing. Now my sweats, my cold sweats, all that, it didn't last. It only lasted really the very first night, and that was it. That was where it all started. But it never proceeded to the next night. It was just the body aches, the headaches, the nausea, and that was really it. Those were my symptoms for, I would say, the first solid week. Those were my symptoms. I never got like chest pain. I never got shortness of breath or anything like that. So next day I wake up and I'm checking the portal like literally every hour of the day or every other hour of the day. I'm checking the portal. I'm logging on to the urgent care portal to try to see, what's up? Like, what do I have? Or what do I not have? Tell me I don't have this. 2 or 3 o'clock I log in and I click on labs, and I'm sitting in my bed. I'm right here. I'm right here. When you guys are just chilling and you guys have the phone just right above you. I log in, I hit the laboratories, right? I hit the laboratories, say a quick little 5-second prayer. Please don't, God, don't, you know what I'm saying? Please don't allow me to have this. Please don't allow me to have this. Don't. Open my eyes. I kid you not, I did exactly that. I logged back out of the system. I logged back out of the portal, and I logged back in to make sure that shit was like, did I just see something that was, did it glitch out? Like, what happened? Like, I logged back in, detected. Red, said detected, red. And I clicked on it, and I'm reading all the information. Not detected means, you're not positive. Detected means critical. Detected means, you're positive. I don't even know. Like, the thought process in my head was just like, why and how? Before we went into quarantine super hard and everything, I was always like I quit my job before DHL to be home and to lessen the chances bringing that virus in the house. I was like the most cautious person, I would say, in the household. I remember telling my mom, like, Mom, are you sure you want to keep going to work, and continue to go? Like, I don't want you guys to be putting yourself at risk. I know you guys are wearing masks, you guys take precautions at your work, but like, and I was doing it with my dad too and stuff like that. So it was just like, I was taking the most precaution, I felt like, and to avoid bringing that here for the sake of them. And all of a sudden it was just like, how was I the one that brought it in? So it was stressful. It was a lot, and I was just like, how? Like, who did my exposure is work. I like to stay low key. I don't be stepping out. I don't like being around like big crowds, especially these days. Like, we're not supposed to be doing all that. It was like short-term memory. Like, I had to have short-term memory. Like, I could have a little time for that to question and why and all that, but now is no time for that now, because it is what it is. It is what it is, and I have to start taking the steps to make sure that virus stays in this room and doesn't go out. And doesn't go out into the house. It doesn't get to my parents. It doesn't get to my brother. That is the goal. I'll put the test result right here, just so you guys know I'm not like making this video for attention or like, I don't know. I don't know. You guys know that I'm not capping. I'm not capping. Like, this is real for me. Anyways, so I sent him the screenshot, to my parents, and really their first reaction was, okay, it's time for a game plan. Like, it's time to move forward. But we know you're gonna be okay, and we know we're gonna be okay, but it's time to have a game plan now. So we were group messaging. I'm group messaging with my mom and dad, and we're just coming up with what are we gonna do. So the plan was to put a little tray outside of my door, and they were gonna make meals on like paper plates, paper bowls, using paper forks, knives, everything, so I could throw it away and keep it in here. And I know that's disgusting. That sounds. It was not pretty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was not pretty, because I stayed in this room. I had trash bags all over the place, my clothes in here for the sake that we didn't want to handle with me taking my dishes to the kitchen or walking anywhere else besides being in here into the bathroom. I would walk out my door, go right like 2 steps, go right into the bathroom, and then I come out the bathroom, go left 2 steps, and go left and back into my room. That's all I saw for 14 days. I got a call from the nurse. They were saying 10 days of quarantine from the day you test positive. That is the rule, or that is the precaution. That is what we do. And so I did that, and after my 10 days, I was technically not contagious, but we wanted to go 14 days because according to CDC, it says 14 days, so we did 14 days. 14 days of me in this room. I'm making it seem like it was so bad, and I know that, other people's situations are way worse. Like, people don't even have anyone to take care of them, have a roof over their head, or food to eat, or the medicine, the vitamins, the things that they need for their body to recover and bounce back fast. And so at the end of the day, I was blessed. It was hard, but I'm still very blessed to have my parents, and shout out to my dad, shout out to my mom for making the meals and serving the water, the drinks, the tea, for me to be able to cope in this room with the virus. For that, I appreciate you guys. And you guys know that, God forbid, if anything, my brother or anyone, was to get sick too, I made sure when I came out of quarantine that before I went to work, right back to work or doing anything else, that they tested negative and they were good, because if, for God forbid, I would stay here and try to hold down the house as well too, and I would make sure that I'm taking care of them just how they took care of me. So it goes around. What goes around comes around. Well, in this family. For meals, I would be eating a lot of soup, or drinking soup, eating soup, had it in the same thing. A lot of sandwiches, like turkey, lettuce, avocado sandwiches, just simple stuff. Pasta. Like I said, my appetite was good the first week, so it was really whatever that they really made or brought to me, I was eating, because I'm not gonna be some picky eater like I'm some king sitting in my bed getting service. No, I don't. Whatever I got, you know, I'm eating, and whatever they bring up for me to drink, I was drinking. Now, the main things I would recommend that you guys, you know, if you're going through this, or you know, or anything, I would recommend tea. And I'll put the exact tea that I was taking a lot, and I would mix it with a little bit of honey. So I'll put that right here. So I do a lot of tea, emergency packs. Put those right here, emergency C's. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with those. There's these other like emergency packs that we get from Costco. I'll put them right here. What else? Vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin C, multivitamins, just a lot. Make sure you guys are putting down a lot of water, a lot of Pedialyte, like I said. My symptoms. So I'm just gonna go off the coronavirus symptoms. I've just off of Google, Oh! Make sure they stay up. My bad, I'm sorry, Kobe, I'm sorry, Kobe. Okay, here we go. All right, we're coming back. Okay, that was weird. I hope there was no, you know, ghost or anything in here. So the symptoms for coronavirus: fever, chills, fever. Like I said, my fever only got to like 99. I think the highest it got to was 100, and it never really went above that. So that was good. Chills, I got that. I told you guys. Cough, I never had a cough, so that was good. Shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, I never had that. Fatigue, definitely had that. Muscle or body aches, definitely had that. Headache, had that. Taste or smell, so I lost my taste and I lost my smell. I never got, my nose was never stuffed up, like I was never congested to where I couldn't like breathe, but my senses of smell, my sense of taste definitely went away second week of my quarantine. That lasted like 3 days, maybe the last 3 days, 4 days. Sore throat, I had a little bit of a sore throat like middle of my quarantine, but that was never really bad because I usually get a really bad sore throat when I get sick, and it lasted a few days, and it was the middle of my quarantine. So congestion or runny nose, I was never congested really, but I did lose my sense of smell. Never had a runny nose. Nausea or vomiting, I got nauseous, but I never vomited, thank God, because vomiting is one of my like fears. I hate throwing up. Diarrhea, yeah, a little bit diarrhea, just a little too much information, but yeah, a little. The major things like trouble breathing, persistent pain or pressure in chest, never had. New confusion. Confusion? Nah, no new confusion. Inability to wake or stay awake. No. Bluish lips or face? Not bluish face or lips. I didn't know blue face or lips. Technically on the 16th, I was not contagious anymore. I didn't start walking around the house, and even when I started walking around the house, I started moving around. I didn't. I still was wearing a mask for a few days. So like I started walking around the house and going on walks, going on a drive, like maybe to the waterfront or something like that, and going on a quick walk, getting some fresh air, because I wasn't getting no fresh air. I mean, I cracked my window, but like I don't feel like that's really the same thing. Crack my window, get some fresh air like that, but I never really got fresh air or went outside or did anything else for 14 days. So the 21st, which was a Thursday, and the 22nd was really when I started getting out kind of and walking a little bit, and I was still wearing a mask, doing all the, you know, everything. So the people that I have like hung out with recently, and maybe if I came over to your house or anything, I just want to assure you guys that I would never, ever put you guys, the household, at risk for getting this virus. I knew and triple checked, quadruple checked, talking to nurses and my test results and stuff like that, that I was not contagious anymore. My parents are negative. They tested multiple times. They tested negative. My brother is negative. He's good. And so after I came out of quarantine, after 14 days, I for sure was not contagious. Because look, here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. I just took a test on Monday. I just took a test this week on Monday, because I had all these positive tests. All these positive tests that I was taking, and I had one negative, and then it went back to positive. So I guess that negative was a false negative or something. It was weird. So I tested positive again, and I was just talking to the nurses, and the nurses and doctors say that you can test when you get coronavirus. You can test positive for 2 months, 3 months, you know, at the max like 3 months testing positive, but you're not contagious after you've done your quarantine 10 to 14 days. I knew I wasn't contagious, but I was still testing positive, which kept me from going back to DHL and making an income. I used all my vacation pay. I used my my time off pay. Like it got to the point where 3 weeks I wasn't getting paid anymore. So on Monday, and got cleared to go back to work. So actually yesterday I did go back to DHL, and I'm like I said, I'm working part-time. I can't go back to full-time. One, because I guess I'm not really allowed to go back to a driver for a certain amount of time, I found out, which my plan wasn't on going back to a driver. My plan right now is you guys. My plan is real estate. My plan is fitness and doing what makes me genuinely happy, and that is what I'm doing right now. So for a small income of money, though, I do have to stick with some type of part-time job. So it does suck that I'm going all the way to Seattle just for part-time. So I'm gonna figure some things out as far as, you know, transition possibly. But last night for literally 2 hours, it was a 2-hour shift. But again, to the people that I have hung out with or anything, I'm not like saying like I've hung out with a whole bunch of people once I came out of quarantine. No, for my close friends, my brother's friends that have came over to the house every once in a while, people that are close to me, for you guys, I want you to know and assure you that you guys, you know, you don't have to get tested because I was still testing positive. Again, I would never put you guys at risk. I would stay home if I was still contagious. And I just made sure that I followed the CDC rules, that I was putting you guys before myself. You know, I would never want to get anyone else sick. Luckily, I didn't get anyone sick at DHL. I didn't get anyone sick here in the house. We kept the virus in this room. We got it out the window. I opened my window. I even saged my room after I was done with 14 days. I saged my room, so I feel good vibes and good energy and back to normality in this room. So it was hard, but I do want to say that I do try to find a little bit of good in everything. And I would say with this quarantine, while I was in quarantine these 14 days, even though it was hard, and it was a lot of stress at the same time, but there was moments where I really felt God was putting something in front of me for me to like sit back and really think about things, how I wanted to come 2021 and how where I want to be going forward the next year. And I just like I was reading things that I was doing in quarantine. I was reading, I was writing. Obviously, yeah, like I was watching YouTube, and I was, you know, sometimes scrolling TikTok or scrolling social media every once in a while to keep myself busy and occupied. But I would say the main things that were really beneficial for me is that I was able to sit and really reevaluate where I wanted to be, how I wanted to come once I'm out of quarantine. I feel like since we have so much time in our hands being in quarantine and being in lockdown with this virus and everything, hopefully when it goes back to somewhat normal, I'm not trying to I don't ever want to be the person that you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you better, you know, this and that. No, but I hope that you guys, whoever's watching this, come out of quarantine with a new perspective, with a new drive of some sort, and some vision or goals, written goals down where you want to be, because we have so much time in our hands right now. It's like we should be thinking about how we could elevate ourselves, or how could we be a small change to society that need to be adjusted. Things need to be adjusted. Things need to be changed. And I feel like I came with a new perspective, a new mindset from being in quarantine, where I wanted to be, how I want to treat people, how I want to affect in a small way other people and bring them up in positivity, loving on each other, how we speak to each other, stuff like that. So it really did sit me back. And it spoke really loud to me. You know, at the same time, I was sick, but I read this really good book, The Way of a Superior Man. I'll put it right here. And there's a lot of good information I got from that, a lot of inspiration I got from that. And it motivated me to just, you know, I've said it before in videos, but I'll say it again, that it is so important that we don't allow our fears to control our destiny, like where we want to go, what we want to do, what we want to try. That stuff is so important and critical, I feel, in my heart, to chase what you believe in, chase what you want to do, to not let the fears of what him or what he or she's gonna think of you, or if you try this, or if you look like this, or you try a new look. Blocking out the fears of judgment is going to take you far. I'm not saying it's like the way to your purpose or anything, but it could be a stepping stone forward towards it. And it was for me, and I feel it. I see, and I'm trying to listen to the things that, you know, God puts in front of me, and I feel like he put me in a situation to where I could really just sit in my room and figure things out, you know, write things down, write goals down, question what I'm doing right now, how I want to come when I'm better, when I'm healed, you know, what I want to do. I've always wanted to do YouTube. You got to start doing it. Stop being afraid of other people watching your video and judging you the way you talk, or judging the way you look, or this and that, what you post. Like, you know, be you, be true, and love you, you know. I feel like I came out a lot stronger than when I went into it. Continue to control what I can control, you know. I want to make sure that what's in front of me is what I'm focusing on. I'm being present, and I'm living today like it's my last. Again, I'll say it again, there's going to be one day down the line where you look at it and you're like, I'm so glad I at least gave it everything I had. You know, I'm so glad. And that's what you guys should be doing. When you try these things, give it your all. Don't half-ass it. You know, doing everything that you can to possibly give yourself an opportunity down that career path, you know. Me with YouTube, I don't want to half-ass, you know, posting every other week or posting once a month. Or I want to go hard. I want to film all the time. I want to make sure I'm getting out content and at least trying and being myself and being DMOC every single time when I come to the camera and I'm in front of you guys. So one day you're gonna be like, man, maybe it didn't work out for me, or right now I'm sitting where I'm at because of that day when I simply made the decision to just try, you know, and just, I didn't even know I was gonna be here now, but I'm so glad I tried then, you know. I don't have to regret that, and it actually just changed my life. Who knows if it changes your life? You know, back to the quarantine, it took 14 days until I could start operating around, moving around, but I hope that the things that I took, or some of the things that I mentioned in this video, are things that you guys can take. If you guys, you know, are going through this, going forward, I'm a lot more, I have a different perspective on this with the virus and everything. I'm even more cautious than I was before. It's not a game, and luckily I'm healthy. Luckily I work out all the time, and I'm young, so I was able to bounce back pretty fast. Not a lot of people out there are able to do that, you know, especially our elders. And to you young folks, and to the kids out there that are watching this, make sure we're respecting our elders and make sure we're putting them first. My condolences go out to the people that have really been affected by coronavirus. Going forward for everybody, I pray that if you know someone that's been affected by coronavirus, or you have been affected by coronavirus, or your family, I'm praying for you. I hope things get better. Things will always get better, though. Doing the little things are very important. So I do hope that you guys are taking it serious, and I hope that the things that I mentioned in this video are helpful. And I'm just glad that I bounced back, and I'm glad that my family was never affected by it. No one else that I know was affected by it from me. And I think that just had to do with a lot of the, you know, small things that I did, you know, making sure that I was for sure quarantined and stayed in this room. I knew that, you know, things were going to be good. I knew that I was going to bounce back. But again, make sure we're looking out for our elders with this virus, because, you know, that's the most important thing. So, yeah. I don't know if I explained the story very well. It's so hard for me to story tell and feel like I missed something. But because there's so much, I don't know, the time has flown so fast, and I'm speaking from the past, like 2 months ago, so it's hard for me to cover on everything. I feel like I did for the most part. I hope that this was a beneficial video. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did like this video, make sure you smash the like button, and make sure you come join the block, join DMOC's block. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys tapping in with me. Make sure you hit the bell button so you know when I post my next video. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys listening. I know it's kind of long. I'm sorry. I tried to, like I said, I tried to cover everything. I hope I did. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You look good. You look great. You always do. And I'll see you guys in the next video.